Welcome, Trapping Picks fam, to our first outlook for Breeders' Cup Weekend 2023. The best weekend for thoroughbred racing where all the superstars will compete against each other. Future Stars Friday will be November 3rd with 5 Grade 1 races. Saturday, there will be 9 Grade 1 races. Today, we will go through each race and I will discuss the contenders I think I have a chance at winning in each of the 14 races. The post draw will be Monday, October 30th, so we will know more detail about that tomorrow. We will drop another video midweek for my final picks, thoughts, and ticket structure. Please smash that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on those notification bells. Without further ado, Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. I believe this is a one-horse race. Tamara is a daughter of champion Beholder and has won twice in style in her first 2 starts. These are young horses and they can all make a huge improvement. But what if Tamara improves on the stretch out herself? She could probably win even if she regresses a little bit based on the figs. Underneath, I like Candied, Just FYI, and Scalable. The Juvenile Turf Sprint is going to be a very tough race. Speedy youngsters and many vying for the lead. The contenders I think have a shot at winning include Big Evs, No Name Mets, Crimson Advocate, Amidst Waves, Committee of One, Slider, and Tiger Bell. I know that is a lot of contenders and it's a wide open field, but we will narrow this down as we get the post positions and we do a deeper dive in the past performances and workouts. The next race will be the Juvenile. We have 2 top West Coast contenders from the Bob Baffert barn, Muth and Prince of Monaco, and 2 top East Coast contenders, Timberlake and Locked. At this moment, I think this race will be decided by these 4 to crown a 2-year-old male champion. This will be an exciting race as you still have the Wine Steward, General Partner, Wind Me Up, and some Ford Invaders to round out the field. The next race will be the Juvenile Turf. The Juvenile Turf is another wide open race that I will need to study more and watch replays and workouts. Here are the contenders at the moment who I think have a chance to win it. River Tiber, Endlessly, Agate Road, Carson's Run, My Boy Prince, Unquestionable, Air Recruit, Tok Tok, and Stay Hot. I thought I had a Stone Cold single in the Juvenile Fillies Turf with opera singer, but she will now be traveling across the water to race here. Again, this field becomes open with Carla's Way being the likely favorite now. The contingent I like so far includes the before mentioned Carla's Way, Buku, She Feels Pretty, Porter Fortuna, Le Pivot, and Hard to Justify. Now, we will move on to the Saturday races. The first of 9. This is not in the exact order, but the Turf is the first one I have on my list. The Turf field is a very strong race with a great number of really good foreign horses entering the field. This will be a very interesting race. My top 3 choices are Auguste Rodin, Mostadov, and the best American chance up to the mark who has won 3 Grade 1s in a row. King of Steel deserves great consideration but just ran 2 weeks ago. The quick turnaround may be a worry. Ernesto and Shariar should also run well in this race. The next race on my list is the Turf Mile, and the Turf Mile seems to have a standout in song line, but this field may be deeper than you think. Contenders include Master of the Seas, Casa Creed, Kalina, More Than Looks, and Maj. Maj had a poor workout the other day, so I will keep a close look into that. As I look more into the past performances and workouts, I will see if this is a one-horse race or if the others will have a say-so. Next race on my list is the Turf Sprint. This rendition of the Turf Sprint will bring another competitive field. I really like Motorius to run them down in the stretch with all the speed signed on, but here are the other competitors I believe will have a chance to win the race. Living the Dream, defending champion Caravel, Roses for Deborah, and Big Invasion. The next race I have on my list is the Distaff. I really like Clariere in the Distaff. Her form has been off this year, but her best race here puts her in the winner's circle. She was barely beaten last year in this race and comes into this race for the 3rd year in a row. Other competitors I like for a chance to win include Favorite, idiomatic, search results, and pretty mischievous. The next on my list is the Filly and Mare Turf. We have two foreign superstars in this race with Inspiral and Warm Heart, who will probably be the first and second favorite. But my favorite horse in this race is In Italian. I bet In Italian last year, and she ran second to Tuesday. At Santa Anita, she will have a fast, firm track going 1.25 miles, and I know she just got beat her last race in 1 mile, and her form hasn't been up to par as last year. But I think if she gets out on the lead, which she will, and can slow it down a little bit and have some tank in what is considered 1.25 miles, but it's going to be a little shorter with the Santa Anita turf course, she may be able to take them wire to wire. I also like local favorite Didia. Next race on my list is the Dirt Mile. The Dirt Mile will be the closing to the career of Cody's Wish. He hasn't been himself the last 2 races, but he has been working lights out this week. I like Practical Move off the layoff and Easy Allowance win a few weeks back. Algiers also deserves a look. Next race on my list is the Filly and Mare Sprint. The Filly and Mare Sprint is for the taking for Goodnight Olive. She won this race last year, and even though her form hasn't been the same this year, she should beat this field entered here. Beware Society to try to take this field wire to wire. She's been working lights out. Also use Kirstenbach underneath, as she'll be flying late to pick up the pieces. Now, the race that we all been waiting for, the Classic, which doesn't end the races for Saturday, which is oddly, but they're doing that due to football and the TV time slots. But we have the Classic. The Classic has no standouts this year and is wide open. I need to still deep dive, and I also need to see the post draw to make a more decisive decision. But here are the contenders I think have a chance to win. From the 3-year-olds, I think Archangelo, Arabian Night, and Saudi Crown have a chance to win. And from the older horses, I have Zandon, White Barrio, and the foreign invader Uspa Tesoro. The final race on my list is the Sprint. And the Sprint is a better race than what looks on paper. Defending champion Elite Power has looked good leading up to this race. But Speedboat Beach may play catch me if you can, as the Speedy Colt ran second at the layoff last out to Dr. Shivel. Dr. Shivel has looked good in training this week, so he will also be a contender. The Chosen Vron does nothing but win and will have home field advantage. So those are the 4 that I like in the Sprint. Fam, we will come back to you this week with more definitive answers, ticket structure, and all of that. Always, best of luck, bet responsibly, and most importantly, stay blessed. I will put out another video for the Breeders' Cup in the next couple of days. Hope to see you there.